Many things can be said about the Coen brothers' movies. Their quirky dialogue, impeccable cinematography, exploration of genre, the screaming characters.
Look upon me! I'll show you the life of the mind!
But most importantly, so I would say, has been their ability to keep an identifiable style across their entire career. Even between widely different movies like The Big Lebowski or No Country for Old Men, the Coens have been able to maintain a single question at the center of all their movies. A question that radiates onto their intricate storylines. And that is a question of meaning. When first approaching a Coen brothers movie, us, as an audience, are basically ready to be deceived time and again by our expectations. Like in Fargo, when the entire criminal plot of Jerry falls apart immediately after being put in motion. Or inside Llewyn Davis, when not a single thing goes well for the protagonist on the entire movie. The brothers are basically telling us that things just happen. The pair seem to be suggesting throughout their entire filmography that we're all just bound to this merciless universe that doesn't seem to give a damn about us. A world without meaning.
Well,
Man, they were nihilists, man.
Huh?
They kept saying they believed in nothing.
Nihilists. Fuck me. I mean, say what you want about the tenets of National Socialism, dude. At least it's an ethos.
We can see time and again the way the brothers use this theme to forward the plot. But where does this come from?
The world is full of complainers. The fact is, nothing comes with a guarantee. Now, I don't care if you're the Pope of Rome, President of the United States, or Man of the Year. Something can all go wrong. Go ahead, complain, tell your problems to your neighbor, ask for help, and watch him fly. Now, in Russia, they got it mapped out so that everyone pulls for everyone else. That's the theory, anyway. But what I know about is Texas. And down here, you're on your own.
This is Blood Simple, their first movie. Blood Simple follows the story of Abby and her affair with Ray, as her husband Julian hires a private investigator to find out and assassinate the couple. As in every single Coen movie, things go awry and misunderstanding after misunderstanding. Everyone, except Abby, dies. As we can see in the intro to this movie, which happens to be the introduction to the entire cinematic universe of the Coens, the narrator is already warning us about how
something can all go wrong.
And how
down here, you're on your own.
Which basically is a synthesis of these 99 minutes of 80s haircuts and badly mixed audio opera prima. The Coens are telling us since the first moment the philosophy that would come to dominate their career spanning more than 30 years. Things always go wrong, and you are on your own when this happens. So, going back to the question that spanned this essay, how does this have to do anything with meaning? Well, in a universe where anything, especially bad things, can happen to you, when you're on your own when it comes to how we handle these events, then it is up to us, and only us, to construct the meaning behind this. We're free to choose what is true and what is not, what is good and what is wrong. And this is true not only for the characters in Blood Simple, but basically for every single movie they've done. What seems incredible to me isn't that the Coens are fixated with a nihilistic, or maybe more appropriately, existentialist view of the world. It is the fact that they've been able to keep exploring this question for more than 30 years, win 4 Oscars and create some of the most memorable classics of our time while doing it. I mean, their first movie had a budget of around $1.5 million, raised by them going door by door back in their Minneapolis Jewish community, asking for money in barbershops, grocery stores, and feminist associations.
Well, it's funny. I mean, when I watch it, it feels very much like a first movie. To me, just from a lot of different points of view. Some of them technical, just because when you're first starting out, you don't really know what you're doing that way. I was, we were writing together. We were writing for other people, and I was working as an assistant editor, mostly on low-budget splatter movies, like horror movies here. And that Blood Simple does sort of owe a lot to that. It came out of it to a certain extent because we were watching a lot of them and working on a lot of them and thinking about them, and they were sort of the movies that were being made independently on that model, as for-profit ventures, going out and trying to, raise money from people with an equity stake in the movie who would be doing it because they were expecting to make money on it.
Yet, even after finding a very limited distribution for it, they were able to grab the Grand Jury Prize at Sundance and the Best Director at the Independent Spirits Awards. Basically, the two most important festivals for indie cinema, with their first movie. And for me, this seems to be the key to their success. They've never associated with a big studio for any of their films, and are willing to keep the scope of their films small in order to explore whatever they want to explore. The result is that the brothers, so to say in a way, have been able to craft their career as auteurs, where their vision and understanding of the world is virtually unobstructed by the economic forces that drive the Hollywood industry, although they found a spot where they can comfortably sit on the middle between independence and mainstream appeal, by working with big stars like George Clooney and Nicolas Cage, or big Hollywood names like cinematographer Roger Deakins, while also maintaining total control of the 3 stages of production of their works. Joel and Ethan have split the positions of writer, director, producer, and editor between them, effectively being in charge of the movie from conception to distribution, a very rare occurrence in American filmmaking, not only in Hollywood.
Get in here and tell me what scripts I read this weekend.
We have 3 standouts here. A feature called No Country for Old Men. It's about a hunter who...
Shoo! Sorry, I fell asleep for a second because that title's too long. No Country for Old Men, it's about a hunter who? Pass! Title should be 2 words. Pretty woman, beautiful girls, private parts.
Well, then you might not like this next one. There will be blood?
There will not be blood. I would have accepted there will or be blood. Firm pass.
So, with complete control over what, how, and when they create a movie, the duo have been able to craft 17 movies and explore and subvert basically every single major genre, from drama to comedy and film noir, while keeping themselves close to the question posed before, but also maintaining a range of motifs that can help us identify their work and that connect their unique style through this immensely diverse filmography. As stated by William Preston, a voiceover actor that has worked with the Coens in a book about their work, there are 5 motifs that show up again and again on every single movie they've made, and those can even be seen on Blood Simple. These are 1. Howling Fat Man, 2. Blustery Titans, 3. Vomiting, 4. Dreams, and 5. Haircuts. It is safe to say that the Coens, even after such a successful career in filmmaking, have had a clear vision from day one and have been able to explore the philosophical questions they find important through and throughout as some of the most creative and unique voices in American film history.
And for what? For a little bit of money. There's more to life than a little money, you know. Don't you know that? And here you are. And it's a beautiful day.